I went with Braytech Werewolf for the barriers. You're going to want something with a little range. Wolf Tone for the overloads and the arc shields, and Sleeper Simulant for damage. Particle Deconstruction and Fusion Scavenger to go with Sleeper. And Concussive Dampener worked, but I think there were more snipers than AoE if you want to swap in a sniper resistance. Let's get right into it. A couple things to note here. The first being that this week's version doesn't have the Hot Knife modifier to give Shanks solar shields, and when it does, Sleeper Simulant is probably not going to be a very ideal pick. The second being, if you're only here for the Pinnacle, you can skip most of the champions in this run. However, your drop rate is influenced by how many you take down, so if you do want loot, take them out. You can just as easily get on your Sparrow here and not deal with any of this battle going on at the start. And that might be preferable even if you do want loot. One of these overloads has a lot of health. But if you're determined to kill them, leave the ads and let them help you until one of the overloads is down. I'd highly recommend making it the Minotaur. After that, you're just cleaning them up. You're going to find another war going down in the next room. The overload is Vex, so let the Fallen help you. After that, you have your first Wyvern. Putting down the Wyvern removes the shield from the thing you need to destroy to progress. But there's going to be a lot of ads standing between you and that kill, including some barrier champions that you're going to want to get a bit closer to take down. Since Famine is a modifier right now, which severely reduces ammo drops, you may want to hang on to a little heavy ammo for any just-in-case scenarios. That applies more to the run as a whole rather than this specific scenario where I have ammo left and drops on the ground. In this next area, you're going to have a couple overloads, but they take shots at you from the right while the red bars go left. You can safely take cover and deal with them separately. Once the overloads are gone, a mini-boss that can two-shot you moves in to take over the spot. The moment you walk far enough into this next room, it gets flooded with Exploder Shanks. And at the end of that corridor, some normal Shanks, a couple barrier servitors, and a mini-boss. Then you reach another war zone with 2 Wyverns and a handful of barriers. It's best to save the barriers that you're able to for last, since the Wyverns are big enough for them to hide behind, but some mobs will creep up at the bottom of your ledge.
I'm walking here!
Getting the timing down with reload animation cancelling is just enough to get an extra shot in with your bow. Two champions spawn in this room with the Brig before the boss that are unintentionally skippable as everything else despawns once the Brig is dead, but if that's what you want, there it is. Also, this Storebrand Orbital Beam Cannon cares nothing for collision. On to the boss. This guy isn't immune to damage as he's exiting the ship. You could probably skip, best case scenario, about half the first phase if you opened with your heavy. However, I'd recommend giving the encounter a couple tries before you use any heavy ammo at all in the first phase. Partially because the things that spawn will rush you and you're going to be trying to get away from them while simultaneously not being in line of sight with the boss, and it really doesn't leave a whole lot of room for error with how much damage everything does. But also because you're definitely going to want to have heavy ammo available for the second phase so that you can burn through it. And with Famine, restarting is a bit punishing. Worst case scenario, you're farming ads for heavy ammo. Every 1/3 of his health, he's going to retreat to a higher platform. You can jump back down to this step in an emergency, and if you have any cooldowns you'd like to have up, they let me chill here for a solid 25 seconds. Oh, you suck. This last platform throws Arc Shield captains into the fight, but this step is relatively safe, save for the occasional mob that will find a way to shoot at you from the right. Shoot to loot, please, and it's gone. You can shoot him through the stasis crystals with Sleeper. Good luck in there, and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content.